Hi everyone, happy day 320. This morning I woke up to my alarm going off at 4 a.m. I had to get up, shower, and then get the boys up and ready to leave the house by 5:30 for my husband's grandmother's funeral in Rhode Island. I'm not sure if it was the early morning hour or the anticipation of the funeral, but Will and I were really at each other. Most mornings during the week, Will is gone before the boys and I get ready for the day, so he misses all the chaos. Trying to get two ADHD boys out the door without some stress or yelling can sometimes be my greatest challenge of the day. This morning was no different. Once we finally all got ready and into the car, Will looked at the three of us and said, "Can we all just be quiet now? You are all so loud this morning." I couldn't just be quiet, respect his wishes, and give him a free pass under the circumstances. I had to reply by saying, "It must be nice to only have to get yourself ready. I not only have to get myself ready, I have two boys and two dogs to get ready, and not just ready for a funeral, but ready for 4 days away at the beach in Rhode Island." I then gave him my best annoyed wife look, took out my phone, and opened Bishop Barron's Daily Gospel Reflection. As I started to read, I couldn't believe what I was reading. It was like Bishop Barron was in the car with us, and he was talking to me. He said, "Friends, in the gospel today, Jesus teaches us about the sanctity and permanence of marriage. Now we begin to see why the love of a husband and wife is a sacrament of God's love. God is funny, but sometimes he is hilarious, and today he was absolutely hilarious. Was I being holy? Was I being sacred? Was I being saintly to my husband, whom I am supposed to be joined together with as one flesh? No matter how much I wanted to justify my behaviors, the answer was no. So instead of staying annoyed, I stopped, let it go, and united myself back to my husband. When we pulled into the funeral home, the parking lot was empty. Even though we left 10 minutes late, we ended up being about a half hour early. About 5 minutes later, my in-laws arrived, and the six of us decided to go in. As we walked through the funeral home doors and into the main room where Mary was lying peacefully, I looked over at Will and saw tears running down his cheeks. He walked over to his grandmother's casket, knelt down before her, and cried. I have only seen my husband cry once in all the years I have known him. It was when he was reading me his vows on the day we got married. At that moment, all I could do was watch from a distance as the strongest man I know felt the loss of his grandmother. I realized that Will did not need me to be annoyed at him. What he needed was for me to love him. For the remainder of the day, through the rest of the wake, the funeral, and the burial, I stayed by my husband's side, united as one flesh. I hope all of you out there have a blessed day 320. Please know that I am praying for you always, and I will see you again on Monday at the beach.